Kolegice i kolege, dolazim iz Hrvatske, najmlađe članice Europske unije i mislim da je Hrvatska jedan od sjajnih primjera kako zapravo kohezijska politika može promijeniti vizure jedne zemlje. Do kraja prošle godine Hrvatska je povukla gotovo 4 puta više sredstava nego što je uplatila u europski proračun, ostvarivši neto dobitak od gotovo 17 milijardi eura. Ovo je snažan pokazatelj kako članstvo u Europskoj uniji donosi konkretne mjere našim građanima. Od ulaganja u naše ceste, bolnice, škole, poduzeća, digitalizaciju i zelenu tranziciju. Ali moramo biti iskreni, postoji još prostora za napredak. Administrativne prepreke i nedostatak lokalnih kapaciteta često usporavaju povlačenje sredstava. Kako komisija planira podržati države članice koje se suočavaju s prekomjernim administrativnim opterećenjem u istovremenoj implementaciji višegodišnjeg financijskog okvira i nacionalnog plana oporavka i otpornosti? Hoće li se razmatrati dodatna tehnička pomoć ili fleksibilnost u rokovima kako bi se osiguralo učinkovito povlačenje sredstava? I da, kohezijska sredstva ne smijemo smanjivati. Hvala lijepa.
Prego, komisario.
Thank you very much for your question, and thank you in particular for testifying how important cohesion policy is and the incredible impact it had in countries such as Croatia. In fact, Croatia is a good example of how you can grow faster with more resilience, and at the same time, how you can address some unforeseen disasters, because also the 2 earthquakes that affected so seriously the Zagreb and also the nearby 60 kilometers distance area that was also affected in the first and second earthquakes. There was 1 billion euros that in fact supported this reconstruction. Now you put an important question, that is how we can do even better. So I think there is a part of the issue has got to be addressed internally by the member state, and the internal cohesion must be at the core, at the internal agenda. From our side, we have different ways to help, to support. We have been supporting member states, and Croatia has been using the technical support instrument with DG reform, but also the specific support that is offered by DG Regio with JASPERS, with technical assistance. But naturally, we need to progress and to reinforce this interchange of good practices. Having said this, there is this, and I finish with this, there is this reflection for simplification that is already allowed by the 21-27 framework, like having payments without invoices. There is an interchange of good practices that I completely support, together with the Erasmus for civil servants. That is a simple way, because the time is not there, a simple way to illustrate what we can do together in exchange of good practices. And thank you very much.
Hvala lijepa, samo možda nije bilo prevedeno do kraja. Nadam se da se sredstva za kohezijsku politiku neće dovoditi u pitanje. To je ono što zapravo donosi dodanu vrijednost nejednako razvijenim zemljama ili onim zemljama koje žele dostići stupanj razvoja država članica koje su duže članice Europskoj uniji ili takozvanih starijih članica. To je bilo moje pitanje na koje nisam dobila odgovor. Bila bih zahvalna. Hvala lijepa.
Bene. Prego.
Thank you again for this statement and for this conviction. I have the same conviction. I think cohesion policy is what keeps Europe together, and it's a necessary, indispensable condition for the internal market to function. And we see it from our practical examples. I've mentioned this several times already, but I think it's so obvious that I cannot refrain from citing the figure again, all the countries that joined after 2004, and Croatia is the last in this series, but all of them in general, on average, had a GDP per capita of 52% 20 years ago. Now, on average, they have 80% of the European average. So this is what offers the possibility also for the companies of the richest and more developed members of this community to invest through foreign direct investment in those countries, to win the bids for the buildings of roads, the building of highways, together with local companies, and progressively, in fact, to make sure that we don't have unintended impacts like brain drain from these countries into the more dynamic centers of Europe. If we want to have a sustainable and good quality of life for all citizens across Europe, of course, we have to think of competitiveness of Europe also from a space-based approach, so that in fact we all grow together, and that whatever a country can offer, and Croatia can offer so much, and I won't mention so many things because I don't have the time, but whatever you can offer, that you offer in the best possible conditions, so that you create good jobs also locally for your own citizens. Thank you very much for your statement.